My provider. She will. I know he will. Make a way out of no way.
God will.
God will. Come on, somebody. You know that he will. You see that he will.
You can look, you can stare, you can even take a picture. Cause what I hope I say it will stick with you. God has been in my life. He's done plenty to let you all know that he's still up in me. Been me since the day of birth. Now I know what it's worth. Now I know the reason why I really want this earth. To spread this gospel. My mother is an apostle. I gotta do this thing while there's breath in my nostrils. Cause what you see is what you get. God is working on me and he ain't even finished working yet. He's ordered my steps and I'm waiting on delivery. Without his grace and mercy, I know that he's forgiven me for all my sins and all my shortcomings. Even when I hung out with the wrong type of friends. Cause I'm the apple of his eye. No need to deny, and I know one thing, he will supply.
He'll make a way. 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 I don't know way. He'll make a way. He'll make a way. He'll make a way. I don't know way. I don't know way.
Cause you don't know where he's brought me from. He woke me up this morning, put breath in my lungs, guiding me and guiding me with mercy and grace. And when I fell off track, he always put me back in the race. He whispered in my ear, I'll never leave us. And I'm talking about the one they call Jesus, the one that was in the Bible who ran revival. And after just preaching, it just went viral. The best in the business, God is my witness. Open many doors right off the hinges. He's ordered my steps and I'm waiting on delivery. Without his grace and mercy, I know that he's forgiven me for all my sins and all my shortcomings. Even when I hung out with the wrong type of friends. Cause I'm the apple of his eye. No need to deny. And I know one thing, he will supply.
Yeah, he'll make a way. 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 I don't know way. He'll make a way. He'll make a way. He'll make a way. I don't know way. I don't know way.
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not front. He gives me everything I need and everything I want. He supplies my needs when my cup gets empty. Even when the devil even tried to tempt me. I had a calling on my life, I couldn't run. I couldn't be like the prodigal son because he picked me up, turned me round, then he planted my feet on solid ground. Cause when I think of the goodness and all that he's done, I can't keep quiet cause I ain't no none. Because I walk by faith, not by sight. Because he bottled up my tears when I cried at night. To let me know that my work's not in vain. Through my trials and tribulations, I must explain this he'll come through with no delay. I'm here to tell y'all that he'll make a way.
He'll make a way.
Well, praise the Lord. We want to thank the Lord for another day. Thank God for life, health, and strength. Thank the Lord for his kindness, his goodness, and his mercy. I want to say good morning to House of Deliverance. Those of you that are on Facebook and YouTube, I want to say good morning to you. We're grateful to be in the land of the living. Snow is everywhere down here in the good old South. But we're just grateful for the Lord, grateful for us heeding to such warnings. And, well, the snow is doing some good things, purifying the air and a lot of things we don't like. But God, he's just God, really. I was sharing early, and I was listening. I went before the Lord because I kept saying, God, I want Pastor Gant to do this, Mr. Thompson, somebody else, I just feel like but the Lord kept dealing with me about the word approaching. And there are things that is reproaching us. And I think we need to be alert to realize that the Lord said, these are the signs of his coming. We shouldn't be looking for great days, great events. I know the Lord is still in the blessing business, but these are the signs of his coming, really. And we kind of, we said that, but these are the signs of his coming, really. He's coming for the world, or just coming for you, a life itself, as you approach getting older, as you approach different times and different things that are going on in your life. And it is just so important. As we see the day approaching, we need to stop our foolishness. We need to stop all of this stuff that we're doing. We need to realize, and I think this morning when they were talking about children, the Bible says a child is left to himself. Do what you want. Let him cry. Give him his way. Let him do what he wants. Okay. All right. As we see that day approaching, as we see many videos where children have no sympathy. They're taking their parents out. They're taking, everything out. But we need to even look at our response, how we're acting to the days that are approaching. And not just only the Lord's coming, but to you, you need to value each day. You need to realize as you get older, there are certain things that you're approaching. You're approaching getting older. You're approaching, right now you feel good, but it ain't going to be that way always. But we need to realize the importance of what we think, what we're doing. And some of us are willfully sinning. We're just like, that's not for me. I can keep doing what I'm doing, and it's dog eat dog, and but you got to realize you're going to reap what you sow. You're going to understand, whether you're a man, woman, or child, you're going to understand the importance of your responsibility to a person's life, whether it's your child, whether it's your wife, whether it's your parent. You have no time for people. They're not going to have no time for you. You're so busy, you're so selfish, because this world right now is selfish. This world is like, it's evil. This world is, and it's in the church. This world is like, we're bad mouthing church. You don't even know the importance of you going to church. I don't think you understand the assembly, but a lot of times when you get old, now the church got to put a ramp on the door because you can't walk. So we need to realize, we're approaching things, whether you know it or not. You're approaching getting old. I don't care how young you feel. You can't even do what you used to do, talk a lot of junk, but anyway. But the Lord wants us to take a look at some things, to take a look at, the Bible says that the word is like it's a light unto my path. And there are times, even this morning, when I heard Minister Banks' voice, the Bible say, we see things approaching. You're going to hurt one day, and you are hurting, and it's going to get worse, and you're going to know what it is. And we need to be careful. We need to be so careful. You husband that have no time for your wife, you're going to know what it is to be on a sick bed and tell me, you're going to leave me, don't leave me, wait, stay right here with me. We got to realize how we're responding to certain things, how we're elevating other things important. I ain't got no time for you, got no time for the children, ain't got no time for this. You're approaching. You're right. You might feel good today. You can move today. You better be careful. I'm telling you, be very careful. And the Lord kept saying, and he kept telling me this. He said, as you see the day approaching, let's go to the 10th chapter. No, let's go to Hebrews. Yeah, the 10th chapter. And let's look at the 22nd verse. And we're to bear one another's burden, call one another, go by. Man, you take somebody out to eat, man. It's coming back on. Yeah. And we see that day approaching, and we're so busy just gaining the world, like the rich man. We're building bonds. Let me make some money. Let me get rich. All the stuff that you're working at, you ain't gonna take with you. And time is going to draw you in, time, because it's like a circle. It goes around. It's like whatsoever you do to somebody, it's going to be done to you. And we need to realize, and I kept saying, God, what do you mean? I know you say, as you see that day approaching, and you got to realize God's coming. Everything ain't going to be Santa Claus happy. Things are going to be going on. Terrible things are going to be going on. Men are going to be lovers of themselves, lovers of play. There's going to be wars, rumor. There's going to be betrayal going on, and it is going on. There's going to be all these things. These are the signs of his coming. And if we're not careful, we're going to find ourselves involved in it because we don't stay in the word. We don't go to church. You need to go to church. You need to go hang out with somebody. in the house, somewhere, really. Because we just figured I can just say, no, you can't. No, you can't. Lonely, and you can be with somebody, but loneliness is ain't no joke. It ain't. Nobody don't care about me. You know, because a lot of us are taking good things for granted. Got a good wife, good church, good children, good. You got to be careful. You honestly have to be careful because it's approaching. Today, you're a day older. And we really don't have time for God. We don't have time for family. We don't have time for children. And I'm not going to share your business, Deacon Keith, but if you don't come forth and start sharing some things and helping these men folks, you're going to find yourself, really. You can't tell anybody it don't hurt that bad. Wait a minute, hold it. We really have got to realize that I know God is stuck, but you're going to know what it is. You're going to know what it is for somebody to walk out and leave you and tell you and treat you. And we as the church need to realize what is our reaction? What is our attitude toward all this evilness that's going on, to all this. And if you notice how things have turned, a whole lot of things have turned. It was a time that you could just about kill a black man. Now it's like you're killing one another. This thing is turning. This thing is turning, y'all. This thing is turning. And we need to be careful. And the Lord say, as you see that evil day that approaching, how you acting, things gonna get worse. It ain't gonna get better. Really, you better be careful. Let me tell you, nobody in this world can love you like your parents. If you got them living, you better be careful. You got time for your friends, but you got time for more than your wife. You're gonna know the value of a favor. That's a favor God gave you. Favor in your friends. You know why them folks like you over there? Because you're doing something to bless them. But you better go take your happy hips and do something to bless you. Because once you get sick, they're gonna replace you and they ain't gonna need you all that bad. And we need to be careful. You got no time. Everybody can call you and you jump like a rabbit. Everybody can. It's important. You got to go. You better take time for the church and your family. Those are ministry. Those are sacred places. The church and your marriage and your family is ministry, and it is important. And how are you acting? How are you really acting? How are you really? You're holding up businesses. You know, went and bought all the bread, pay all the light bill. But how are we handling the church? And the church is not being handled that good. Evil things are being said about it. Don't go. Don't give you money. You ain't got to pray. You can know God at the house. You don't need that. Oh, we're in a mess. We're in a mess. Man, you go out and you take everybody out. Have you ever just thought, let me call on this one. Let me go see. Well, Pastor Gant, you men folks, you know, how y'all really treating the pastor? You know, here it is, she don't have a husband and everything. But you know what? You're over there in Hardee's Jack the Rabbit restaurant and grinning and showing your teeth. How are we as the church? And we see the evil days. The hate is coming in. The truth is being evil spoken of. And we got our little theory. Oh, I'll be back. I ain't got no time for you. You gonna see when somebody's got to wipe you and clean you, it ain't gonna be your boss. And it ain't gonna be them friends that you jump up. It ain't gonna be this and that and that. It ain't gonna be all that. And we're so out of place. We're so out of place. We got to literally put that armor on and get our house. And I keep hearing, get your house in order. Ain't gonna get no better. Read your Bible. Say, the signs of my coming is not, everything's going to be. No, these are the signs of my coming. I don't care what some people say about me and the church. I do not waste my time talking about other preachers and ministries. We all going through something. It's a burden. I don't care if you're a leader and you've done wrong. God didn't forgive you. Who am I to touch you? I don't care if you're saved. We need to be careful. Because we really didn't took some stuff. And I kept saying, what were you talking about? And you need to realize, even your life, he's coming for you. You, those of us, we on some borrowed time. I don't care how good you feel. You're on some borrowed time. Don't walk like you used to. You can't think like you used to. You can't eat like you used to. You can't hold your body fluid like you used to. You can't see like you used to. And we need to be careful, or it ain't that bad. Be very careful. Be very careful. And we better get back to spending some time with God. You snowed in right now. Who with you? Because God's going to prove us. And he says, you see that day. And we see all the hate. And we see how the church now betraying one. Don't you believe all that mess on TV? All that AI, whoever you are sitting up here lying. Let us be careful. Well, now this preacher is turning against this preacher. And we got, honey, don't you go in, because all it wants you to do is start judging it. We need to be careful, because a righteous man falls 7 times, but God pick it back up. And it's up to God who's standing or falling. And it's trying to really corrupt us. It's really trying to get us in a place to really just, oh yeah, get your spirit wrong toward one another. Now you don't want to financially, I just wonder, let me tell you something. I'll tell you how crazy the devil wants us to be. It is something how you rob God and then you pray for God to help you. Lord, help me. But you just robbed him. Time, money, really. Well, we ain't got to pay all that. We better, because stuff is getting in us. The evilness is getting in us. And we've got to hear some truth to get us back and make us see, because we think we're right. You know, people out there doing wrong think they're right. Well, it's in the church too. And you men, I don't know why I keep coming. You better learn to spend some time with your wife and your children. And all that lying. I got to go. See, something that already got you lying. Oh, I got to be there. I got to do. No. The Bible says, husband, love your wife. Not as the world. Oh, man, just give a couple of dollars, let her go on out your face. As God loves you. You don't want to hear that. But if that stuff keep in us and we don't hear some truth like this to clean it out and make us come to God and repent, or just say nasty, or just say stubborn, I don't care what you say, there she go again with that sound doctrine. Preacher, tell me, God, tell me where I'm. I thank God I hear. And you need to be able to hear and have a discernment and a revelation. And I heard Minister Beck, I said, my God, what's wrong? Pastor Gavin said, what's wrong? And you could hear, I mean, what do we got to help her bear that burden. She got to bear her own burden, but we got to help her. Really, you own this faith. Have you ever thought to call anybody? If you got some parents living, you better be careful how you treat them, because you getting old too. And so help me God, you're gonna reap what you sow. You have time for that thing, whatever that thing is. I don't care if she's a woman or whatever. You see that thing? It ain't gonna be there when you really need it. What's gonna be there is your reaping. That's I've been there. I've been there. We better take out some time for one another. We're to help one another bear their burdens. We're to help. And ever since y'all know me, I'll be there for you. There's times we would, back in the day, if we heard somebody was in the emergency room, the whole church was there. Like who? Y'all can? Yeah, that's the pastor, that's the mother. And you got to be careful when you don't have time for the church and your family. You're too busy. Your heart is overcharged with the cares of this world. Now you're snowed in and you're trying your best to, Lord, Lord, please let the snow melt. Oh, Lord, I got to go. You know how to put us down. He'll put you down. Sickness of it. But we got to really be careful that evil, and he kept saying, I said, God, what do you say? He said, as you see that evil day approaching, we need to check ourselves. It's just like you see your gas getting low, and you see like the lights keep coming on, and you see that the light, you want to run the light, and you see that the light is changing and what you should do. Let's go into Hebrews, the 10th chapter of the book of Hebrews. Let's start at the 22nd verse. And I want God to do something with my heart. If I done join with the world, with the evilness, with the judging, I ain't believing all that stuff. The Bible say, prove all things. Prove to me that this lie that you got on this Facebook about these great men, and yeah, he was caught, and yeah, now he getting divorced. We can't get caught up in all this foolishness. And before you know it, see, and all the devil wants you to do, be old gossiper. Here, did you see? We'll transfer that quicker to somebody on how these cell phone work, quicker than we'll quote a scripture. We can't get caught up. And we are getting caught up. What? Now your attention. He did what? I understand some of this stuff is true, but you need to say, God, before I jump on this wagon. He said, don't believe it. Prove all things. You got proof? Because the world needs church. And we need to be able, the prayers of the righteous avail it much. We ought to be able to get rid of our wicked ways so God can get us through this. Let the world think what they want. But you're the light of the world. You're the salt of the earth. And we need to be careful how certain things is getting in our spirit. You need to help your husband bear the burden. You need to help. Y'all don't want nobody to talk about them bad tail children. And then you want, like sister says, you want to send them to school. There she is, what she know. Somebody need to hear it. Somebody need to hear, how are you raising them? You're letting them eat, go in the refrigerator. You're letting them lay around. They bunch of big lazy buzzards. Then you want to send them to school. I don't eat that. And I got to go there. And yes, sir, they sassy you back. You don't say nothing. You think it's funny. What? Let's read the word. Hebrews 10 chapter. Let us therefore, 10 chapter and the 22nd verse of the book of Hebrew. Let us therefore draw near with a pure heart, in full assurance of faith, having our hearts sprinkled from an evil conscience and our bodies washed with pure water. Let us hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering, for he is faithful that promised. And let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works, not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together, as a manner of some is, but exalting one another, and so much the worse as we see the day approaching. But if we sin willfully, after that we have received the knowledge of truth, there remain no more sacrifice for our sins. See, you died. Lord, you forgive me. Yeah. Lord, you forgive me for not spending no time. I remember one time I went to church, and when I left, I said, I'm going over there to the other church. And the Lord said, look, you're a married woman. You done been to church. Go home. But all he do is sit there and he don't talk. I don't see. This is where we end up talking back to God. He said, don't give me no back talk, because we answer God back, and we still do it. I know I do. Yeah, but and God's trying to keep our hearts pure, and God's trying to keep us out of willfully sinning. Yeah, but I got to work all the time. You ain't working happy here, brother, sister. You just don't want to go home. You just don't like home. You just don't like being with her. But you got nerve enough to tell her you the head. Well, let me tell you something. The head can't turn without the neck. She got a place in your life too. He got a place in your children. Really. And stuff is getting in the church as this evil day. And the Bible says, let us hold fast the profession. Sometimes we didn't slip from it. Well, I used to believe in that, but I just don't believe in that no more. Yeah, they done broke that tied down thing, and they done broke, and let me tell you, we done broke stuff down that we don't even stay in church long. Really, you done sitting there time. And the preacher, he got to come in and he got to cut this off, and the Lord got to stop moving because you don't want to hear it. You'd be surprised how contaminated we have gotten because of the things that are going on in this world. He said, let us hold fast without wavering. And we didn't wait. Well, yeah, but. Lean and Ty won't understand. That same devil that talked to the angel is doing it again through people. You ain't got to go to church. You better get your happy hips with somebody. But Lord, I understand all this pulling away. I've been there. But he said, let it, and all you do is stay to yourself, and all you do is just fun. And let me tell you something, it ain't good to be alone. We can call it whatever you want to call it. I bet you miss church now, don't you? I bet you it's a totally different atmosphere when the brothers come together in unity. It's a total different, and you just over there by yourself, and you just whatever. And all kind of spirits and demons, and we just think, no, this is, and stuff done got in us. If we don't hear some sound doctrine, if we don't hear from God, you on the railroad track, but you're off of it. And God, I said, God, what are you saying? He says, you see, and Scripture says, well, I know as we see that day approaching, what we need to do, but we need to be careful what has contaminated us. What has got in our spirit, what has got in our mind, and consider one another, provoke one another unto love and good works. What are we doing to even help one another? Hold on, sister. Sister, how you doing? I call Sister Debbie. Sister Debbie, you all right? You didn't call everybody. You didn't ran your Facebook. You're giggling. You're laughing at something stupid. What are you doing? You done got twisted in your mind why you got to spend 80 hours away from the house and 20 hours you're there sleeping and fussing and unhappy. What then took our joy? What then took our love? How are we being contaminated by all this killing and not caring and stuff getting in our spirit? And then we find ourselves, if we sin willfully, after that we have received the knowledge of truth, you know better. You know better. And it's messing with everything. It's messing with the sex. It's messing with what ain't nothing wrong. And this ain't nothing wrong. And before you know, we sharing more of our opinion. Messing with everything. The whole structure. The whole structure. You ain't got to listen. You ain't got no head. You're getting mad. Man, I say, God help me. And I'm going to read some things to you. Because it took me a while, Pastor Ken. I said, what do you mean? What do you mean, God? Really? Let me tell you men something. And I can only testify what I know because I ain't never been no man. A real woman. I'm talking about, we all need food. If you only knew that the most thing that she wants is you, and you ain't got that much sense until you get down and find out you don't know night from day. Really, they want you, but you ain't got no time. You over there. She over here just saying, look, I just want you. And you take it as arrogant. So now we got to tiptoe around you. Oh my God, don't I got to go to work. You ain't got to go to work all the time. There's a time and a season for all time, for all things. You ain't got to do that. You don't want to be home. You don't want to be with her. You're more happy somewhere by yourself doing you, self. Okay. And when you hear it, you get peed. Yeah, I mean, you really get hot. Like you get mad right now, and like, I really don't care. Really. You don't understand it. He say, let me tell you something. There's something that a woman needs is your love. And it ain't got nothing to do with money because you had no money when you first fell in love with you. You ain't all that cute. You're just whatever. What? And you still can't comprehend that. You take it as, I give you material things. But I want you. I want you. And then some women, and you don't even how you really set your wife up to be tempted, because all of a sudden, and I've been there and done that, Johnny had no time for me, but I worked at Standard Time with all that diesel fuel, but men, and it stank. But I never forget, I wore that Avon Sweet Honesty. Hey, you know what? Ooh, Eva, what is that you got on? If I could only just hear him say, honey, that smell good, what you got on? You're leaving one another out there for a trap. You know, I wear my food, just wash my clothes. You need to get you a maid. Because I don't think you understand the difference. And you women, you just figure, I ain't got to submit. And I got, oh, yes, you do. You honor them. Really. They ask of things for you to do it. This thing got to be balanced out. I ain't your maid, and you ain't my dad. And it's all messed up because it's so evil world. It's so evil. It is so evil until they just say, I don't need no man. It didn't gotten save women. Now you can have a baby without a man. Now you can do all these things without a man. And this is evil. There's so much evil in this world until it has crept into a saved, sanctified people. And we don't even realize it. It's better to give. No, it ain't. Money got you lying. The love of money is the root of all of it. That's why they're evil in you. It's got you lying. It's got you're dealing with your wife treacherous. Really, you're really taking the man money and not doing that, not getting things. Yeah, what's all? I mean, this thing crept in the church. And I kept back, what do you mean? This thing, as we see these evil days approaching, we becoming evil just like it. And we willfully sinning. Willfully. You don't obey them that have, I do it when I get ready to do it. Say, okay, what we got to do that for? No, what's important to you, them bills. No one, what's important to get the vision done, to get certain things done. You're really bringing God leftovers, and he ain't pleased with it. And he going to bring you happy, like things going well, because the Lord spoke to me. He said, let me tell you something. When I bless you, don't forget me. You didn't forget God. You know what? You just putting all that time in. But it's going to come a day you ain't going to be able to call and say, I'm sick. You're going to be just that sick. Your wife might call somebody else. Go, where you at, Fred? Fred, can't nobody do this job like you. And there you go, give me an aspirin. There you go, crawl and get into it. But your poor wife can say, honey, what you want? I'm sleepy. I'm tired. Some stuff done crept into us. As you see, I mean, you women, you done got so mad that you can't submit. Really, he don't do this, he don't do that. We're going to have to come, man, Jesus help us all. Church, we got no time for it. We used to stay in church. Now we got to stay. We don't spend that much time with God. We don't. But you get sick and they put yourself on your back and all you can do is look at the ceilings. You spend some time with it. And stuff is getting in us. And he say, as you see that, and it tells us, let us draw nigh with a true heart in the full assurance of faith, having our hearts sprinkled from an evil conscience. You got to stay in prayer. You got to read this word to even see yourself. Well, Lord, he'd say, husband, love your wife. But Lord, I think I'm loving. Wait. Look, I say love you. Because let me tell you something, you're going to need a job if you're single. You're going to have to go to work if you're single. But you're going to have to learn to rightly divide your word and make some time for God and your family. Okay. All right. We ain't got no time. With your money, you bring, well, what I keep telling you, this got to be done. Put this here. I mean, it's stuff y'all can cash up. It's stuff well, I forgot how I do it. I don't feel good. But I guarantee you remember, y'all pay the light bill. Make sure my car insurance paid. Can't hardly wipe yourself. And we need to check ourselves, Pastor Gavin. I said, God, what have I gotten? Have I gotten more time with what? And let me tell you something about the Lord has dealt with me. He said, even when I call you to study, cut off everything. It used to be my ear was on the TV, and I was reading, but I couldn't really get a revelation and hear what I needed to hear for my soul because it's just and when God started dealing with me, I cut everything off. That's why I don't know his voice. Well, I don't feel like I'm doing nothing wrong because you're spending more time in wrong than right. You ain't letting enough truth get in you to even tell you you're wrong. I want to know success. I told Lord, help me to stop getting upset with y'all because y'all don't want truth. I know how old I am. Y'all don't even think I'm still young. You are really, I'm going to tell you what you're doing. When we really don't hear some sound doctrine and we think we're so smart that we're going to destroy ourselves. See that, ain't got no time. I ain't got no time. But let me tell you something. That time going to bring you in. You don't have a balanced life. It's going to bring you in. Because we all do. I think this is more important. I say you're saved. First, then you. Do this first. No. This is my righteousness. We even endanger all of us of our own righteousness. It seemed right, but the end of it, well, it seemed right. I got to work. No, you ain't got to do that because first you need to take care of your family. You don't have no time for your children. Well, it's too late now because they're grown. They ain't got no time for you. And ain't nothing wrong with them. You just finding out what it feels like. Now you won't, well, they don't, my birthday, you ain't care nothing about theirs. And our hearts is leaving what we believe in, and our conscience is getting messed up. And it's evil now. It's real evil now. And it's so evil until everybody thinks it's right. Kill him and get away with it. Really. Talk about the church. Get up here and look if you check out how many people believe it, 400K. Then you look at somebody preaching the gospel, 10 people. That's good because the Lord said it would be. But you personally are responsible to really put on the whole armor of God. You're really to just let truth grab a hold and say, you ain't thinking right. You ain't doing right. And know what some of us done with God? Let's make a deal. You got the audacity for God to say this is right, and you got the audacity to come up in his face and got your righteousness. We need to hear sound doctrine. I'll teach it to me. If y'all don't want to hear it, tell me. Because I say, God, what do you mean? And it say, let us draw near with a true heart. We need to love, we need to help Sister Linda bear her burden. We need to help, everybody got a burden. He's talking to all of us. Y'all right there. Take her out. Do it. Go. But I don't feel, and she ought to. And this is how I respond. Y'all can sit here and lie if you want to. Well, I ain't got time. And God will put it, it's something about we be busy doing something, and the Spirit will drop something. Well, I ain't got time. I got to go and go do that. All of us. And we're willfully sinning because you know what? We just, the Holy Ghost, I ain't got to look. Let our children, well, Apostle think we did, and this and that. Nah. And the Lord let me discern this, but we are so happy about some things that we don't have to do no more. Some of you saints that have left certain men, I was over there, I was in bondage. No, you were over there lining up with what God's will was for that ministry. Really? And we think if I jump over here, and I'm glad some of you pastors tell them, go back where you come from. Because you think you're going to come in. You're taking you. Let me tell you, whatever bothered you, and you go over there, it's still with you. And it said, let us therefore draw nigh with a true heart in the full assurance of faith, having our hearts sprinkled from an evil conscience. You know where you're evil at. And then when you see things up here, you be the one sitting in them hearts and them stars. Yeah, that's the same way I believe. I mean, it was a time back in the day, they taught about pants. And what it was trying to get us to abstain from appearance. Ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong. Until now, we're wearing them, but we ought to wear them with being modest. Not all seeing, whether you're male or female, seeing the crack up your butt. No. And now you got them in the pulpit. And now you got your butt about as big as a door. And we think all this is. And the evil day is here, and we're still here, and there's a whole lot of stuff getting in our conscience, there's a whole lot of stuff getting in our faith, and there's a whole lot of things we mad about. You don't want to be talking about marriage and husband and wife, and giving. No, you don't talk about it. No. My love for her. You need to go find out, Christ, how did you love the church? No, my daddy and my uncle, and I'm a man. Okay. We're going to find out who you are when your tail can't wipe your tail. We're going to find out who you are. Who you are then? You women? All right. I don't want to submit. I've been there and done that. Oh, you don't want to submit? Okay, all right. That's for all of it. I've been there and done that. That's why I can say I am not throwing mud at you. I'm trying my best to keep mud off of you. I've been there. I don't want to submit. I don't want to submit to no doctor. I'm the pastor. I speak in tongues. I didn't build a church. And here come death. I told y'all the Lord only left me here to tell you the truth. So if you don't like me, I really don't care. For real. I ain't just saying I really don't, because I done been through hell, child. I should be somewhere laying in a grave, rebelling, preaching, but rebelling, telling other folks at the church how to act and went home, didn't know how to act like a wife. You don't need to hear nothing I got to say. But I know why I'm still here. Ain't nothing good I've done. I know why I'm still here, why I look like do, because not only do I preach it, I strive. I get in this word. Help me, Lord. My attitude, God, my conscience wasn't right. Because I'm trying to spend time with God and realize death is approaching Eva Thompson. I'm getting ready to leave this world. You can say whatever you want to say. Some of y'all done passed grace and mercy. Really. And you're still acting crazy. Oh, think money got you evil. My God, you're stubborn. You should have, you're just hoping I'll be glad when he died. Here, both of you can't see. Really, you can't sleep at night. Really, you can't eat. Your bowels running off, and you're still acting crazy. Old people, you ain't taking it with you, honey. Yeah, but that got you scared. My God, help me, Jesus. So if I had a lot of money and I was old and could walk, child, I'll be over here, there, and everywhere, just enjoying life, blessing people, helping people, giving whatever. You ain't even trying to make heaven your home. You're willfully sinning. You're mean, you're hateful, and money got the church messed up. Not only with your tithes and offering, you just a sneaking lying snake. Y'all pray for me, Sister Alice. I feel something. I'm telling you, we need to get somewhere. And stop this willfully sinning. Oh, well, everybody else. Well, I am by what I possess. No, you're not. When that thing hit this morning, God say, and it hit me first. God say, you don't be sitting there. Because y'all act like y'all conscience don't go nowhere. Oh, my God, you're sick with that. God say, wait a minute. Wait, hold it. Holy Ghost, come up in me, sanctify me, keep me pure, help me to draw. That's why y'all don't want to spend no time with God, because if you draw nigh to him, he going to get on your happy case. So I'm saying, okay, God. I say, you got to help a bear a burden. And he puts in our spirit we're too busy. He put things out, we're too selfish. He put things in our spirit because we overcharged with the cares of this world. And God, get on me. Please get on me. Because I told her, I'm tired of getting upset with folks that don't want to hear truth. Tell me. Because when you tell me, I'm going to have to go over here and pray, ask you to help me. Then you're going to have to sanctify me. Then you're going to have to purge me. Then you're going to have to go through a test. So y'all do what you want. What you want? This word just tell you, let us draw near with a pure heart, in full assurance of faith, having our hearts and sprinkled from evil conscience, and our bodies washed with pure water. Let us hold fast the profession. You profess to be a Christian. Really? You husband, you don't understand the danger, the way you treat a wife. Well, y'all just stop. Wait a minute. I know about your conscience. I know about you and live with her. And you must love her because you've been there a long time and this, that. But you might love her for the wrong reason. Want to wash your drawers and cook for you. But that's the wrong reason. You need to realize, God, let me tell you something. I done found favor. And if I mistreat favor, and I mean, she highly favored. You said it. I ain't saying it because my conscience done got so messed up. She ain't highly favored. All I want to do is wash my drawers and give me some sex and this and that. God say, okay, you know what? Mistreating, I ain't going to hear your prayers. You don't want to hear something that'll wash your conscience clean. You don't want to hear something that'll wash us clean and get that evenness out of our conscience. But God, I told Lord, help me. Help me, God. Help me. Because you don't see what's on my conscience, but the Lord do. He sees every bit of it. You see how you handle money. You see how you handle friends. You see how you handle enemy. You see where your sex desires are. You might not can't do what you used to do, but you still can hold. You can. God say, women, the way you talk to her, you're on the phone giggling and laughing with everybody else, and you can say, honey. See, y'all put that. Let me tell y'all something about putting on. People know when you're putting on. You're in the country. Hey, baby. That baby don't sound right, and even your mouth ought to, teeth ought to fall out when you say it. We better stop. The evil day is approaching. Each day we're living, your life can be taken and it's over and everything you've done is going with you. Yeah. And I'm trying while I'm in my right mind. So how I felt, what I thought. What am I thinking? And none of you in House of Deliverance can tell you I got you hating no pastor, no preacher. I don't care what we done went down with. I hear you still keeping them in prayer. You think what you want. You do what you want. And the evil day is getting worse. And it didn't hit the church. Let us hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering. You believe, but you believe it. You believe it. That's okay. And this is personal. You can sit him and talk. No, if you sitting up here and say, dog, man, thank God. He's trying to really, he sent his word. He sent his word to deliver. Because I kept saying, Pastor Gann, what are you talking about? Let me show you some stuff, God. And I want it. I told God, I just don't want, I gave it, but I did, and it feels good to be used by God. But he talking to you first. Really? You see, you men, I keep trying to teach you men about women and men. You in menopause too. You know, I done already told you what your menopause is, and you just as mad as I don't know what. But how do you think she feel? And you done took it so personally that you won't use your hands, you won't hold, you won't say kind words, you won't just say, honey, you know what? Don't cook. I'm gonna take you out to eat. What about that? See, your conscience so bad. Well, I gotta work and I'm tired. I don't feel like taking it. But when it comes to your happy birthday, everybody gotta buy you a present and take you out to eat. Goodbye. Goodbye. And our conscience, as these evil days are here, you'd be surprised at what they got in us. No love. Love your wife like Christ loved the church. Submit yourself one to another. My God, we done heard it, and some say, you ain't got to tell, you're a grown man, you're the man, and now all of a sudden you can't breathe, man. You know who? I watched John. I watched him. Had no time for me. Got sick. Let's go to the movies. I said, we too sick to go to the movies. And I'm going to tell you, that man left this word telling me, I love you. All them years when I wanted to, I got to work. Don't I pay the bills? Oh, God, we all going to be. Y'all women don't need to submit. I know you got to list this long, but I tell you something, when God finished with your happy hip, like God didn't tell you, in my heart, I submit. I'm broken. And there's other places I got to be broken. Because if not, your name can be taken out of the Lamb Book of Life. You can get before God telling all that stuff you done. I don't even know you. Your heart ain't pure. Your conscience ain't pure. I see all that mess in you. I see the foolishness. We got to put away some of this foolishness. I see all that stuff in you. Y'all act like God said, look, man looks at the outside. But see that stuff? I see that going on in there. And if y'all don't take y'all happy hips, I don't know why it's coming, and spend some time with your wife and your family, you're going to find out. Johnny sit there, he said, Mickey, he said, where my family? I said, I don't know. Where my friends? I don't know. Who was that? Me and these children. You're going to find out. You think everybody else is important? You're mistreating your dad and your mom. Let the Lord take both of them out of this world. Everybody don't love you like your mom and daddy, baby. Everybody ain't going to be fed up with your foolishness. There going to people that's going to rent you place and you don't pay their rent. You're going to find your mess on the outside. Know what mama do? She'll come along and put the furniture. Come on to the house. You ain't going to have no house to go to. Because this stuff done got in us. We're hating one another without a cause. Nation rising up against nation and all this stuff going on. And if you ain't careful, you got to be careful how you rejoice in iniquity. A whole lot of churches, you going down because the Lord said, except the Lord build up. Oh, no, that was you and your rich friends. Yes, sir. And when you got there, you thought you were better and you wouldn't help the poor and you think you were great. Now I'm bringing you down. Now you got a whole church full of chairs and you're headed to bankruptcy. Oh, you laughed and talked about the little, oh, yeah, oh. If we sin willfully, after we have received the knowledge of truth, y'all don't receive about the marriage, about the husband, about the this, about the that, and you know what? You got to spend time. God is saying, let us draw nigh with a true heart. Read this word. God, I'm angry. Lord, I know, but it got in me, Pastor God. It got in us about these husbands. And to tell you, yes, I read up, but I'm trying to tell you, don't read up too much, honey. You don't know how much time you got. I mean, I literally could have died in Atlanta, Georgia. And I told God, and you're going to tell him too, if you really want the truth, God said that's why someone's going to help him lame. He's going to tell you. Now, if you die stubborn and don't, that's your happy hips and God. I ain't got nothing to do with it. Because I'm trying my best here. And women this, and ain't nothing like dressing like a lady. It's nothing like, he has to break us, and that truth has to come. And God, and I was preaching the gospel and still wasn't broken. God said, I'm going to fix you. You see, a lot of y'all preaching the gospel, but love your wife. And then God never talk, baby. And then after that, she can't even get bay out of you when you do. You don't make no dates. You make a lot of plans, and then you got nerve enough to get in trouble and want us to get you out. And know what we got to do? Submit and help get you out. I know. That's called help. You don't just help a man when he's right. You help a man when he's wrong. Some of us still trying to pull away. God done joined some of us together, and we're mad as hell when we hear one another. The Lord said you got to do together. Shit out. All that mess got to get out of us. So, let us consider, 24th verse, and let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to do good works. Why you got to wait for birthdays? Why you got to? Pastor Again, you see that son of mine, that Joshua? You ain't nothing but his second mama. We can go play. Ma, how you think she looking this? Ma, I know I done bought her this, but I want to buy. Who need birthdays? Who need all this garbage? I say, you love it. He said, Ma, I love Pastor Again. We be in the store. I say, and they pick up. I say, some say this ain't for you. And then I have the audacity. One in my side, say no. No, ain't nothing in your side. We just got to love. We ain't even provoking one another to love. I said, God, where are the people to even say, Apostle, we got all we need. Apostle, you need any more? Apostle, it's just something for somebody to just do something for you. Just provoke to love. Just, why you got to wait for Christmas? Why you got to wait for Valentine? There's things when I love. Lord, when I care about somebody. You don't have to call. Man, you need what? What? Do a little extra. Go the extra mile. And that stuff ain't in us because all this stuff that got in us now is dog eat dog and you're a man and men ain't nothing but dogs. We as saved folks better get that garbage up out of us. Better get it up out of us now. Because it done got in our conscience. And I kept asking, Lord, what do you mean? And he's only giving it to me right. Imanda, ye kete bosa. He's just giving it to me now because I was thinking, well, you see that evil day approaching. No, that stuff done got in us. And we're going to have to spend, and this ain't enough time, me sitting, you're going to have to spend some personal time and getting that word and letting cut you and say, Lord, I sure did say, love your wife. But Lord, in my conscience, she ain't this, but she's still my wife. Lord, she ain't this. And I watched Johnny at the end. I mean, if it wasn't a day, it wasn't days that meant, Mickey, I love you. Mickey, don't leave me. But you've done so much for me to leave. When this lady told me and I was in Florida, she said, the Lord said, I said, go on, back away. She said, he's sitting in the chair by the bed telling God, give me back my wife. Can't nobody take the place of your husband, your wife, your family, the church, the saints. You got another family. Let the older women and treat them as your mother, the older men as your father. And we talking about we don't need to come together. Okay. And you know what make it so bad? God, a lot of time when we don't want to hear one another, God will be telling, go back, go over there. Yeah, but we got to get that unforgiveness. And nothing gonna set us free but some truth. I can't preach to y'all nothing else. You're still on that husband. She just don't know. Been there, done that. And I thank God that he gave me space to get things right. That there's another part of your life, but you need to finish this part. Because if you take that into that, it's just the same thing. Some of y'all probably can't love again because you ain't forgiven. You're still over there with men and my conscience and the way I feel about them old dog and the way all I want a woman for is just a tail. See all that mess in you saved free folk. That's why you ain't happy. He that findeth a wife. This ain't no good thing. Wonder why. Wonder why that's in your conscience. Because you based on all that pornography and all that masturbation and all that crazy stuff and chandelier and stuff. You don't even know what love is. Sex ain't love. You need to understand what love is. You can't get that revelation because, hey, it is what it is. Really. And it's gotten out consciousness stuff. I mean, when I heard Sister Linda, that thing hurt me, man. I said, what's wrong? And I'm glad Pastor Gann said, well, what's the matter? Well, that's her burden, but we to help her. Y'all can hear the need when I tell y'all, take care of this. I need this. Well, how you caring about anybody? How you caring about the church? How you caring about your children? What has gotten your conscience? What? My baby, they are my babies. They were all, I don't care what they into. It's just that you can come home. My desire, I better stop because I'm about to cry. My desire is to really do some things to leave for my children. You are such an animal. What are you leaving? Let them get their own. But you are a good man, a good father. What type of insurance you got? Well, yeah, she ain't gonna take my money and get it. My God, what's in your conscience? Imanda yerebo sanda with your saved, sanctified self. I said, God, I want to do this. I am literally, and I'm talking about me, in my consciousness that I want some money to be a blessing. And you know, I truly in my heart want to be a blessing. And you can't say that if you're not even taking a little trying to be a blessing. Because it didn't got now conscious, man. You buy every phone, you buy the stuff you don't, you're so selfish. That all that stuff you buy, who's going to be there? Look how you treat the church. Let me tell you something. All you preachers that taking money and doing wrong, God will take care of that. But everybody's not like that. There's some people really need money because of God's assignment. And I know I'm one of them. I ain't got time for that. I know where hell is. You don't have to tell me. Some of y'all just didn't forget, I ain't going to hell. Look, I feel good, and I'm getting by, and I'll beat your tail. And honey, gonna come a time you don't even know your tail. What are we doing? And we see, he say, let us draw nigh with a true heart and a full assurance of faith. What are you believing in? Husband, love your wife. You know why you don't love your wife? You don't love yourself. It ain't how she treats you. You don't even love yourself. You're just as selfish. And they say if we sin willfully after, I'm telling y'all the truth. Say what she won't. I'm going to sleep in a mess. Okay. All right. Look at, it say, why it is yet day, life, let us draw near to God in faith with prayer and reverence. Help me, Lord. Show me. Help me, God. I don't just want to use this gift to discern. Purge me, God. Help me. I want to see evil. I do. Because your days are numbered, man. Sometimes we don't know what death is. You can feel good today and gone today. We need, and this is something, we need to remain alert and sober-minded, redeeming the time through wise living, praying, constantly overcome evil with good. We need to spend that time. We shed in right now. Do some thinking. Are you a team, or you just got a whip in a chair? Come here, woman. Do this. Give me some money. I'm an ugly wife, but you better, because the Bible. What are we doing? God, just even go and ask God, give me a sober mind, because what she's reading is true, but it won't register here because my mind is full and my conscience is full. Why am I fighting? Why am I fighting? Why have I got an attitude? Why I don't like her? And look what she said. God, I'm telling you, Imanda, we're going to die. And you are going to give an account of you. When he went in the garden, he did not call Eve's name. He said, Adam, where art thou? Who told you you were naked? Who told you with this foolishness we got in us? We've got to help one another bear one another's burden. And when we open our heart, well, God, what we could do for Sister Linda, God, what we could do, he'll pour truth in you. And he telling me, no, he's telling you. Now, if she ain't bearing her, but that's on her happy hips. But we being contaminated by this evil stuff, and it's getting worse. It's tearing America up. Is it? God permitting stuff to be taken, all this stuff that you that have this worldly goods, and you see your brother. Now we done got on that home when the Lord lead me. Okay. Remain alert and sober-minded. When you hear this word, where am I at? If it's not there, God say, if you need knowledge, if you need me, I'll help you. God, well, how to love? Because my daddy told me, and his world told me how to love. But tell me how to love a woman like Christ loved. I dare you. God said, if you ask anything concerning my will, I hear you. Go into him, and he'll start teaching you. He'll start teaching you how to love. Live with your wife according to knowledge. You've been there 20 years. You done had babies. You find out what you like and what you don't like. Just ask the Lord to help you. God loves us hungering and thirsting after righteousness. God loves us when it say, let us draw nigh with a pure heart. God, I'm not there. Well, God, I thought this was a man. But take it out. And I watched Johnny before he left this world. He said, Mickey, I know why. You know, he said people were jealous of what we have. And I let it get next. We had a conversation, and this man made it in. God love you so, I don't know. He can give you space to just do whatever. I don't know. Something dropped out of my head. You know, it's just like, I don't know. And I thank God for the space he gave me so I can live again. He left me here. I could even love again. But you just trying to pour new wine in old vessels. Well, Lord, I heard the word. Well, help us, God. Stuff that mess with our conscience. And the evil days are here. Let us draw nigh to God. Remain alert and sober-minded. Remain alert and sober-minded. Every preacher that's come, preach the truth. Tell us the truth. My God, don't know. Well, no, it's all right. Well, don't mean that. No, I won't hear that mess right there. Just tell me the truth. If you're mumbling, tell me the truth. If God is telling you, go the extra mile, whatever, because these days are evil. And it's causing us to willfully sin. I know this is right, but I'm going to do wrong. And I don't know why God, y'all know, God always stays on me about the family. The family. Man, what kind of heart you got? It's in my heart. It's in my heart. Ain't no just talking on this. It's in my heart to be a good friend. I want to leave. There's some things that's called heart. What is your heart? Well, my heart desires that I really just do. Is it? Ain't nobody else included in it? A good father will leave an inheritance for his children. Oh, I let them get it like, oh. Okay. Let us remain alert, remaining alert and sober-minded, redeeming the time through wise living while you in your sound mind. It ain't going to stay that way. I can tell my mind's good. What did I forget? What did I call it? Through wise praying, constantly overwhelming good, evil with good. Do good. That evil you doing, child, please. I'm going to tell you something. You're going to end up with dementia. Let's read first chapter book of Romans. You're going to end up with dementia. Your sex life and desire. You're going to find yourself wanting to be with men. Let's go to Ephesians 5th chapter. And we're here. There's some stuff going on that it do it flow through my, I thought about that. Yeah, that too. Yeah, that too. Yeah, too. 4th chapter of the book of Ephesians. Let no man, let's go to the 6th verse. Let no man deceive you with vain words, for because of these things cometh the wrath of God upon the children of disobedience. Be not ye therefore partakers with them. For you were sometime darkness, but now you are light in the Lord. Walk as children of light. For the fruit of the Spirit in all goodness and righteousness and truth, proving what is acceptable unto the Lord, and have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. For it is a shame to even speak of those things which are done of them in secret. But all things that are reproved are made manifest by the light. For whosoever do make it manifest is the light. Wherefore he said, awaken thou that sleepeth, and arise from the dead, and Christ shall give thee life. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understand what the will of the Lord is. And be not drunken with wine wherein excess, but be filled with the Spirit, speaking to yourself in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, singing and making melody in your heart to the Lord, giving thanks always for all things unto God the Father in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, submitting yourself one to another in the fear of the Lord. I'm going to give you this, and you can write it down and study. He say, put on the whole armor of God, equip yourself with truth. See where you're fighting back at? Yeah, but. See where you're fighting back at? Yeah, but. Remain vigilantly and sober, recognize the signs of time, and do not fall into the spiritual sleepiness. Cultivate a deep prayer life. Pray at all times in the Spirit. See, because that stuff, oh Lord, help me. You need you need to pray in the Spirit. You really need. And I know God can take you in the Spirit, because there's times when Sister Sandra and Deacon Keith, and Sister, when they intercessors, they go in. They go in. The Lord want to take you in about your life, you know what you feel, you know how your conscience is, you know what you don't like, you know what's still bothering everything, because the days are evil. They're evil. You know what's on your mind, and when you think nobody is looking, but God is. Remain vigilantly and sober. Recognize the signs of the time, and do not fall into spiritual sleepiness. Cultivate a deep prayer life. Pray at all times in the Spirit. Don't just sit there, Lord, give me this. Lord, help me. Lord, sometimes I say, God, those presumptions sin. God, anything deep down in that, God, that I can't see and I don't know, take it out. And they got all kind of stuff to justify. Well, they treat you, you treat you, eye for eye, and they don't like you. But all this stuff is because it's evil, and it's flying everywhere, and it's really attaching itself to save people. God say, vengeance is mine. And I looked at how they done that lady's child, and I said, oh my God, I said, but get vengeance for her. Pray as if it was you. But as a good, should have shot him. Be careful how stuff is getting, because the devil say, if I can get stuff in you, I know if I can mess with your hearing, if I can mess with your seeing, and God knows if I can get stuff to come up out of your mouth. Live wisely and redeem the time. Make most of every opportunity for God's glory. We can be here today and gone there. So son say her and says, I ain't slept. Y'all take care of that woman. Y'all take care of that mother. Y'all take care of that wife. You'll never find another. That's your foundation, Deacon Keith. That's your life. That's your ministry. That's your family. That's what they call the matriarch. That's who she is. Really. Deacon Keith, my God, he's the covering for the family. You better, I don't care about the covering. I don't care nothing about no matriarch. Well, ain't nobody else going to care about you like that. And I said, God, redeem in the time. What is being attached to you on this TV, on this Facebook, all this guy. You know what I'm looking at now? Cowboys. You get on Facebook, I want to get this cussing in you. I want to get this cussing. Listen to it more. It's going to get in you. Get this cussing in your mind. Get this cussing in your spirit. And this world is just saying, it's all right. But the devil's saying, I know my time ain't long, so if I can get y'all a lot into this and a lot into that, God should redeem why you can think, why you can feel, why you can talk, why you can walk. Why stop using this valuable time to just be in the wrong place at the wrong time, doing evil, because your happy hips going on the bed of affliction. Oh, you're going down. You better redeem the time. Oh, yeah. It's going to be Judy turn to cry. You're going to reap what you sow. Oh, yeah. Eating all that stupid stuff and oh, yeah. Some say drink more water and you just drink it. Okay. Live wisely and redeem the time. You ain't as young as you used to be. Some of y'all need glasses. I need reading glasses. And the doctor said, well, we get to a stronger strength. We might have do it. Go get your eyes checked. Redeem the time. Man, you done lost all your teeth. Man, do something. Your hair, what happened? It tells us, it said, wherefore he said, awaken thou, the 14th verse, that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Christ shall give thee light. Just we ain't gonna stop. The way you feel about money, the way you feel about loving people, the way you feel about helping one another, the attitude in you. Man, tell me the truth. Just open the Bible and say, God speak. Oh, no, I won't read that. Let me tell you something else that's encouragement. Tell me, go bless me. I looked here and it tells us, think of Proverbs. 119, 33rd verse says, teach me, O Lord, the ways of thy statute, and I shall keep it unto the end. Teach me. I don't need to be taught. Yes, your happy hips do. Oh, yes, you do. Yeah. And God can say, redeeming the time. And I said, God, what do you mean? Redeem the time. Eva, you getting older, girl. And we do a lot of talk. We do, man, I'm going to do this. You, child, you probably need an oxygen tank to do all that stuff you're talking about. You do. Some of y'all just as nasty acting to your parents, and you got somewhere to stay, and you got a parent, because someday, let me tell you something, you wouldn't want to be Mary and Junior's child. See, the more people back there, they say, if you make your bed hard, and they meant just that. No, we wouldn't even want to be involved with the God back in the Old Testament, because he just kill up his folk. Whoop, gone by. Children and all. And we don't get somewhere. And you know what? I've gotten to a place, and all of us are I've gotten to a place that I got to stop being upset with you by what God is telling me, to me and you. Because all it's doing, you instead of show back up and just set me again. I said, God, look, I want to be able to hear what you're telling me to tell them. And I want you to help me when I don't come up to what you're giving me. And I want to apply myself. I want to save Eva from this perverse generation, because it's going this way. You folks that don't want to discipline these children, and you think what we done, I know back then, I know my grandmother, I think they were a vampire, they wanted, but you got to drive that foolishness out of them. Here you are, at 3 years old, telling me to shut the, where, child, I heard Eva had, took the child to the dentist, and they had to take a teeth out and get hit. Who, when a child left to his own brings his mother to another. Y'all stop having these babies if y'all don't want to be mamas and daddies. Then you don't throw grandma scriptures on me. I don't play that. The same boy that put it in you, y'all take care of it. You'll make it an idea. Because they didn't play with me. I got pregnant at 16. They didn't let us go to school. My grandfather told me I had to get out. I had to go act. My mother had to ask her boyfriend, could I stay with him? I stayed with, and my mother had a restaurant. I had to buy food from her. She'll cook for her boyfriend. Had nothing in the kitchen. I got, and that's your burden. That's why the Lord told me to stop this mess about giving these girls in the church were just getting pregnant. We're getting the baby showers. God said, no. You justified. You saying it's all right. So I had to stop that mess too. While we in our right mind, we are not as young as we used to be. And stuff is getting in us. And if we don't get somewhere and live wisely and redeem the time and make everything an opportunity for God's glory. Because you can be a vessel of honor or dishonor. You can be clay or gold. You better just stop it. Well, I'm going to stay mean as hell, and you know you're mean. You need to get somewhere and say, God, deliver me. You ain't getting no glory out this meanness. I went through with Ray, and when Ray's father passed at an early age, and Ray got to a stage where he was doing some things, and it took many. Minister, let me tell you something. She said, you treating that child different than you treating that child. Yeah, but you just don't know. Wait. You treating that child. And I thank God that she came. She told my kids, she said, I know John is not your father, but call him daddy. Well, somebody's come in your life and got to get you straight, honey. And you either receive it or not. Things start changing. And let me tell you something. The worst child you got that you mistreating, that's going to be the one. You see that, Ray? You see that boy? That boy? I just thought I was about to have to kill him. In high school, you talking about somebody that loves me, show me. You talking about my children love me. I mean, you are going to get a breakdown. I start losing things. And if it wasn't for my children, all of them, I don't know where I'd be. God say, shall men ain't got to just be strangers. Given it shall be given to you. Measures pressed down and run again. Shall men. These things I lost if my children was there. It's things where Gina laid on the floor and cried with me. Ma, it's going to be all right. It's things where I didn't know what to do and Vincent came to my rescue. It's times where it was times I'd be on the phone where, Ray, I need this. Mama, send it to. You just don't know. It's time with Vincent. I'm telling you, you better stop mistreating them children. Okay. Live wisely and redeem the time. Make most of every opportunity for God's glory. Overcome evil with good. Combat evil through the love and the kindness and righteousness. Oh, you think I'm your child? And you're going to start handing me pennies? And give yourself? I had this dream. I was in this car with saints that I know. And all of a sudden, the man was saying, this for you and this for me. But he was giving himself more than what he was giving his wife. And I said, God said, this is still going on. And the Lord spoke to me. He said, I'm going to bless him. He said, I'm going to take him. I'm going to try him one more time with a blessing. God done told y'all about your wife come first. You know, cleave to your wife. You jump like a bunny. That's your mom and daddy living. I can understand loving them goes, but you need to be careful because you don't know how you're hurting favor. Okay. Favor. That's your mom and daddy. He's responsible for one another. You got to be careful what you're doing. It says, what is it? Overcome evil with good. Combat evil through the love, kindness of righteousness. I'm telling you, before Johnny left, he said, Mickey, he said, I should listen to you. It's going to be too late for some of y'all. But you know what the Lord done? I saw the Lord get some things right with Johnny and put me back where I'm supposed to be to get some things right with him. Because the bottom line, you know what it's about? Saving souls. I beat her. No, it ain't about that because you're going to get beat. I treat her bad. You're going to reap that. Everything good comes from God. You better watch how you treat the husband, the children, the church. We got to be, it's just places. And it tells us, it say, proclaim truth. Really. Maintain the testimony of Jesus. Could the Lord take your life and say, you testifying of his good? No, because you're just mean as hell. Really. I look at some people and I want to say something. I look at older people holding hands and I think it is just so. Y'all don't understand that we as women want to be seen with you. Really. You'd be surprised how we holding your broke hand, walking through the mall or just out eating dinner and somebody just looking over there and say, oh, look, that must be Tim, her husband. But you don't want to be seen with us. You want to be seen by somebody to turn back and give you glory instead of God being able to take your life and show righteousness. God said they will know you by my love. And they can tell you about the house of deliverance. We love one another. Oh, yes, we do. I love them saints. And I show it too. We got to stop this a minute. Y'all going to do what you want. I've accepted that. And I stay in prayer to accept it. I can tell you what God said, you're going to do what you want. And I told her, I can't be over here. These are supposed to be the best times for me. And me staying upset with them because they don't like the truth, they're going to hear the truth when I'm gone. So you know what? Help me to enjoy. You better go somewhere and get some happy joy and some sense. You got a husband that don't want to live, go live yourself. I had to. You don't want to go nowhere? I'll go myself. Because I found out a lot of things that you're doing to make somebody happy, they miserable. So stay your miserable self over there. And probably not when you die, let's go. I told you we can't go nowhere. I took him out to eat, and the chemo had him just, I said, where my friends, where my family? Where's all these people that was tearing your life up, that was doing stuff to you, and now the person that loved you is here when you have nothing to offer. And God had to give me a right spirit to go back and remarry a man that God put us together, that it was his marriage, and I had to go there and make sure that it's so. You think you okay. All right. See your mama, that gal, that ain't a gal, that's your wife. You see that boy ain't a boy, that's your husband. And it's sacred. Play with it. Keep playing with thinking everybody else is important. Keep on. I'm going to tell y'all, God's going to win. And he going to ask her, what hinder you? Didn't you know? Yeah, but and the world said, and the world said this was and the world talking about only, and these women, they need to, you beat these 20th century's women. And I guarantee you, I hope you got all your funeral arrangements. I done already warned you, they'll kill you. Ain't like it, Mom. We don't make women like me and Sister. And Brother Harry, you a blessed man. You just don't know. Focus on God's power instead of yours. There's power in being quiet. There's power in asking forgiveness and forgiving people that have done it. There's power in that. Really. There's power in you don't still feel them stupid things in your spirit. The evil days is approaching. All kind of things has gotten in the church and it's messing it up. Set your mind on heaven. I'm going to do this. After God said, wait a minute. All in plans. Okay. Really. It's somehow we rob God and then pray and ask him to bless us. You know we messed up. That is the Old Testament. Okay. Let's talk about robbing him. He give you time. He give you health and your strength. And then after that, you got nerve enough to ask him to bless you to do wrong. You got a bad mind. Trust God to maintain some things. I know you're tired. I know. But he's working something out for your good. Don't let, well, you ought to do this and you ought to do that. And all of us, God's trying to block us. I need to go. No, don't do that. No. And let him to keep blocking. Don't just keep hitting the block. I'm going to go do what I want. Then you don't know what might happen to you. Because God gave this little lady here space. Teaching, preaching, obeying him, but doing what I want. Doing what I want. And I didn't, but what you're hearing is fresh, because I'm like, say what? We're going to have to put on the whole armor of God and equip ourselves with some truth. Obey them that have rule. Do this, that, and the other. I know I have to. Y'all don't know that I'm not always feeling the best. I'm tired just like y'all. But I know God said, get this ready. Get all this stuff ready and everything, and tell my people. I know I can tell God how I feel. But I know when he said, tell my people, then I can go and do it. But you got to stop this making excuses and letting attitude and anger. Anger sits in the hearts of a fool. Your anger will make a fool out of you. Go and pray. He's there. He's your present help. He'll help you, and he definitely will help you, bringing you out of sin. He loves to hear the cries of the righteous. Let us not just stay in. I'm going to tell you something. We're so powerful to the word that the Bible says, if my people that are called by my name would pray, in terms of, you'll be surprised how we can ask God what he can do with this world. That we can ask God to give us strength. Literally, I didn't know, and I couldn't see it, because God is such a God, his ways. And I kept saying, why do you want me to go back? He said, I want you to make sure that his soul make it home. I say, but look, Eva. And it was times I was so angry because he was still, God said, and God had to place me back. Because see, we can talk about overcome good for evil, but until you live it, it's totally different. This man was in the hospital talking to this woman, telling this woman in my presence, I love you. And I told the Lord, I said, oh, hell to the no. No, sir, I'm leaving it. And God kept saying, Eva, I want you. He had to push me back. And God said, and he knows what we feel, and he knows what we think, and he knows we're not treating right. But it's just the idea. God said, I want you to make sure his soul. We're here to save people that need God. I want you to make sure. When Johnny closed his eyes, right in the same house, I heard the Lord say, I'm pleased. And for this, I'm going to bless you. You've got to understand who you are. You do not belong to yourself anymore. You're walking stuff that don't make sense because you're walking by faith and not by sight. And it's not easy, but it's your choice. I can just give you this word, and you can only make a choice with your feelings, with your anger, what you like and what you don't like, and make a choice and obey God. It's up to you. And this world is pushing so much because it's evil. And it tell you get eye for eye. And it tell you don't do this. And it tell you what they're doing with the money. And it tell you why should I obey? He don't do me right. No. But God is looking for someone that will literally draw nigh to him, because I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you. But I can't help you if you don't want it. If you're hungry after it, I'm going to give it to you. If you don't know, come to me and I'll give you knowledge. I'll take away that double mind. I'll make you stable. But you got to draw nigh. Oh God, you've imanda yerebo sanda yarabose. You've got imanda yarabosi kerebosaya. You've got to draw nigh to me, and I'll draw nigh to you. And that new creature, where that power and that love and that wisdom, I live. If you just be willing, if you put on the whole armor, if you can just submit to me and resist the devil, I will keep you at this hour, because it's evil. And I see it just sweeping the church. Y'all, let me tell you, I believe in praising and dancing, but y'all need to get some word in you. Y'all need to get some teaching in you, because there's going to come a time you ain't going to dance. There's going to come a time you're not going to have no joy. There's going to come a time you're going to be confused. You're going to be perplexed. You're going to be lonely. You're going to be weary, and you're going to need some truth in you to keep you. Telling y'all, you sit up here and listen to me, oh, what a word. You're going to have to spend some time with God. You're going to have to draw nigh to God. You're going to have to repent and turn from your wicked ways. Because, the evil days and stuff is getting in us. And we just think we can eat. Y'all just think all these thoughts, well, my God, they're gaining the world, because the Bible says you cannot eat from both tables. You cannot. Yes, you can. You cannot eat from both tables. You either love me or hate me. You can't love. No, you can't. You can't. Read about them 7 churches. And all you got to do is each preacher, whatever word, you're a teacher, and you listening to them, and it's you're not that, pray, God help me. Oh, that's just as God is reading it. And it tells us where Ephesians 5:16, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. And there's stuff I can't look at. You that are dealing with fear, you got to stop looking at all this zombie mess. You got to stop looking at all this stuff that just scared you. You got to stop feeding on stuff. Really. You got to come from among people and stop being with it. The Bible says, he that hangeth with the wise shall be wise, and he that hangeth with the fools. You got to stop hanging with these foolish people. Sitting up here looking at Tom and Jerry. You're older. You better go somewhere and put away that foolishness to get a sound mind and think about where you're going and where you're going to die and this, that, and the other, because the days are evil. And why? You still have a mind to say, help me, Lord. And you still got a will to at least turn. You don't have to be sitting there with dementia and whatever. Some of y'all are really battling with God. I want that, but that's his perfect will. But I'm tired, but that's his perfect will. Ask God to keep you. He's the one that's working it out and supplied, because that's his perfect will. What he has not ordered, he will not pay for. But what he has ordered, he will pay for. Stay focused. And God, now I understand, because I was going to say, I say, redeeming the time. So yeah, they're evil. If some people don't want it, and I think Ephesians 6:13 says, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of God, that you may be able to withstand in the evil days, and having done all, to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girdled about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel, and above all things, taking the shield of faith, wherewith you shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, and take the helmet of salvation, and the word, and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God, praying always with all prayers and supplication in the Spirit, and watch thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints. We're there. We got to redeem the time, because right now the church is amen. And no. And I don't debate. I don't argue. No, I'm trying to stay steadfast. Because some things will pull at you. Some things will make you say, You know, that same devil that in heaven that sit and talk with them angels. The same ones that gather together against Moses and say, he take too much on himself. You think he don't? See the stuff like that? You're going to have to really submit to God and resist the devil. Things are coming across our conscience. Things are coming across our mind. A lot of temptation. And I see it flowing in the church. And I pray that the Lord will open our eyes, that we will be alert, that we'll come off this sleep, this slumbering, that we'll take a stand. We don't have to debate and argue. God can take up for himself. Always have and always will. But I pray that wherever in our lives, all of us, that God is just saying, I need you to just see what's trying to attach itself to your saved life, to your saved mind, your ways, really, your self-righteousness, your stubbornness, your anger. And let me keep you stable-minded. Because we got to redeem the time. And some of us, you know what the Bible says, that I know I'm in that age bracket where I'm up under grace and mercy. And I don't need to be old, bitter, and crazy. I don't need to. Some of y'all done got, well, I got a right to say anything, I got a right to be mean and nasty and say it, no. I pray something that God will help us to remain alert and sober-minded. Alert, not so alert. There's a lot of things about these preachers, and I don't want God, if that, just to get here judging, get us into judging, and I knew, and get us to stop, especially having faith. It's taking away our faith. That we just don't want to take away your faith, that you figure all preachers are wrong. And some of this stuff, the Bible said, brethren shall betray the brethren. Stay in this word that God can keep you on the right path. Because before you know it, we're gossiping, we're that, because the times are evil. And the devil knows. I know the power of unity. I know the power of confusion. And sometimes I just scroll through it. Well, this one said this one, and it's just touching people. Just kind of scroll through it, just because it'll get you until you start Googling. And when you start Googling, then you start doing those things that the Lord ate. He that shedded innocent blood. Those things, I want y'all to do things that God hate. God help us to be alert. Push your word up in us quickly. When we look like how the devil is scheming and lying and this, that, and the other, that we as your people will stay the light of the world. That we won't take this light and put it up under a bushel and be partakers with this world. Keep us. And it's a cry and a prayer that you must pray. That you must pray. This flesh don't like God, and it'll get ill and weary. But I say, God, if this is your perfect will, keep me. Show me. I know when I take care of you, you give me peace that surpasses all my understanding. It's personal. Because this old devil right now is shifting the saints like wheat. Just putting famous preachers and dragging them through the mud and this and whatever. Man, even if they done wrong, just think about if it was you. Just think about, they still living. Well, God, just the way you pray. Don't let stuff get in your spirit before you know it. You're talking about the weather. And girl, did you see? And I knew it. And I done. That's all he wants. Help us, God, as your church, to be the light of the world. Work on us. Keep us alert. Keep us alert with a sound mind when something come like a wolf in sheep clothing. Teach us how to handle this thing called life on this earth, that we don't miss eternal life. Keep me, God. Show me. Stop getting me mad about your will and getting upset because this is what you want of me. Help us. You knew that we'd be able to bear this time. But keep us away from evil. And give us a mind to pray and a mind to read. Help us to come out of sleep if we're in it. and in any area, especially the family and the church. We're the salt of the earth. Help those husbands that are just angry about all the responsibility. You knew what we all could be. Help that wife that say, submit to who? I'm just asking, don't let them have to go through what you took me through. Because no matter what our opinion is, your word is true, and it's been tried. Just help us. Help us, God. Really. Just help us, because these days are evil. They're really evil. Pray for me and I pray for you. And God, teach us. Teach us as House of Deliverance how to take care of one another. Don't let us start getting angry because you're telling one away. Y'all need to know if you're telling us that what, let us just go do it. We brought nothing in, we're taking nothing out. We ask for your help. Whatever's bothering us. Those that have been hurt so bad don't seem like they can forgive. You help them. You help me. Those fiery darts, those women that are dealing with betrayal. Men have made babies on the outside of marriage. Help them. Help them. Those husbands that are dealing with being a man and being a female. Help them. We need your help. These days are evil. It's so evil. Just help us to just remain alert and sober. Not to judge and purpose, to see and be able to be a blessing. Pray for me. And I know we ask for prayer, but it's nothing like praying for yourself. Really. And God said, whatever you ask me in secret. It's all this stuff. You know what you're around and all this stuff going on in the church, outside of the church. And now, I mean, I've never seen a Facebook so full of, yeah, this preacher, yeah, the secret didn't been out, yeah, the child, please don't. Brother, that's overtaken and a fault. Just help us, because the days are evil. So I pray that you be careful in the snow, that you take this time out that the Lord has isolated you with your family. Don't be so aggravated. I'm tired. I'm going to go outside. Might go outside and fall and break a hip. You better stay your hip. So, you know, I can't be still. You better be still. Something make you be still. So we thank the Lord, you know, because snow really purifies. And for whatever reason, it's done now. It ain't nothing we can do. So those of you that are in warm weather, you know, ain't nothing we can do about that because we can't even fly out here. But anyway, let us be alert and sober-minded. Pray for me. I pray for you. And let us get our house in order because we're here. So until then.